What is up, everybody, and welcome in to the DNVR Nuggets Pregame Show. Friday night inside the DNVR bar. I'm telling you guys, few things in life feel better than the DNVR bar on a Friday night.
How about the love of a father?
What would you know?
Wow.
Sorry,
Is this the mood we're in tonight? Is this how it's going to be?
Oh, it's a Friday.
I was going to make an Eric's dad joke tonight, too. And he got into
You
it
can't
3
do it
minutes,
now.
3
Now
minutes
he
into
beat
the
you to the
show.
I just wanted to watch your face melt. That was great.
We are presented, as always, by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR when you sign up.
DNVR.
Sign up right now. Get it on your phone. Get it ready. Get your fingers warmed up. Superstar Dev is going to find a lock to drag himself out of the gutter and get him into the win column tonight. He's also dressed like Freddy Krueger.
I was going to say, is that your Halloween costume?
Well, kind of. It was like I'm the most festive on the show.
You are the most
Always
festive.
been
It is true.
that-
We've
that
talked
People
about
person.
are
that.
always saying
Yeah,
that.
we always say that.
So I had to do something at work, and then I came here, so it just kind of made sense to go together.
And you work in the the furnace room of an old school?
No, I work at in a haunted house. Your mom comes by often.
Oh, wow. We got
All
a
right,
your dad
both of his
joke
parents.
and a your mom joke, and we're not even a minute into the show.
Segment
Both
one.
my parents are on notice.
We've got D-Line Co. I'm sorry. Eric's here.
What's up, guys? Ready to watch the Denver Nuggets play basketball against an opponent that I can't remember right now?
Dallas Mavericks.
Let's go!
Is that a new zip-up?
Nope, it's an old one.
No, looks
New
good.
shirt, though, right? Colfax in New York?
Yep,
Vibes
I
collection?
designed this shirt, but I just recently took one.
Nice.
Nice.
You're
I do love that
entitled
one.
to
that.
Over here, I got Brendan Vogt in his Top Gun outfit.
I was feeling good till that. Friday night, man. I was excited before I learned the good news that we'll reveal in game notes.
But before we get to the good news, is Top Gun culturally relevant for your generation?
Like right on the, you can make the reference. We're like, yeah, Top
Okay.
Gun, but no one
It's not
cares.
that cool. You're not like
Yeah,
checking
we're
it
like,
out.
no,
all the time.
Let's take it to the next level, though. Pop that shirt off.
Do you want to play some volleyball together?
Game notes. Vote, you were on a call with Michael Malone an hour ago getting all the
was.
pregame information, but I think there's a top piece of information that just dropped.
Yeah, we'll go with the slow build. Michael Malone
wow,
said
tease, just
he
tease
wasn't confirmed, but
Okay.
that he was feeling like Jokic was going to play.
Okay.
Good news, guys. It's confirmed. Nikola Jokic is going to play tonight.
Let's go!
It's confirmed that he's active.
That it's
I can't
active.
say we can't 100% say he's going to play, but it sounds like he's going to
Harrison
play.
Lynn said he'll play tonight, so if he doesn't,
Well.
blame him. So yeah, he talked about Jokic being ready to go, and then he talked about the bench as well. And he did say once again, we're going to try to get at least one starter out there on the court at all times. Now, he made a point that part of why it hasn't happened every game so far, some health, some roster shuffling, but I do think that's probably what needs to happen. It's time for it to happen, and when
Has
they're
to.
healthy, that's what's going to happen going forward.
He's dropped so many hints. We were joking the other day that when Malone says, I'm going to play Bones, he doesn't play him. And when he's like, guys, Bones is going to have to come through the ranks like everyone else. Then
starts.
he plays like a lot. He, at practice the other day, was asked about something random, like just nothing. And Malone does this sometimes where he's
Yeah.
like, nobody asked the Bones question, so I'll go ahead and drive the conversation there. And he's like, hey, look, you guys saw the quote we put out there. I need to find a way. I got to find a way to get Bones in the game. He talked about
Can
the
you go back
bench.
to that real quick? Was
What-
that, can you press back twice? Wind had Nuggets starters on the. I'll pull it up, Kel.
Nuggets.
No, you're good. Do your job.
Wynn's got Nuggets
Nuggets
starters.
same starters. Jokic is starting.
Jokic is starting.
Let's go!
He's back.
He's back.
I love the idea that Malone's like, I gotta find a way to get him in. It's like, here's how you do it. Hey, Bones.
Yeah, go on in.
Totally up to you.
You think Malone just doesn't know what to say?
He's like,
He's always like,
I don't know. He's so cool.
I get nervous every time he looks down my way.
I feel like such a dork.
if it was up to me, trust me, you'll be playing a lot more.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think tonight is a Bones game. I think tonight is a Bones game. Like, we've been talking about it.
boy.
We've been teasing. I'm telling you, it was such a disaster these last few games. And there's two factors at play. The bench unit, Malone knows it. The numbers say it. Everybody knows it. Like, there's no mystery. It's not being saved. Like, I think everybody kind of knows something's not right there. Need a new ingredient. But number two, Bones is a Malone guy. Almost every quote we have about Michael Malone talking about Bones Hyland was an unprompted
Right.
Bones
Right.
love fest from Michael Malone. Like, you could just tell the guys he loves and the guys he doesn't.
Bones Malone?
Bones is a Malone guy.
Just call him Bones Malone?
All right, he's a Bones Malone.
No?
All right. Oh, was that the end of the point?
That was the end of
Yeah,
my point. Well, I mean, he
absolutely.
hijacked the point.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
yes.
couldn't tell. He absolutely is. And I it's important to remind ourselves that this is the 5th game. So it's like, oh, where's Bones? Technically, Bones has actually already played.
Yeah, he's played once.
And we're 4 games into the season. So we know Malone's MO, and he's following that so far, hence the frustration. But I do think we've been getting there, and him saying that in practice was, ultimately a concession to what everyone in the media and the fans are saying, which is, if you're trying to figure out a way to fix this bench, particularly without straining the starters, where do you look beyond Bones?
Dev, do you think Bones plays tonight?
No.
Hell yeah.
I just don't. I just feel like right now he's relegated to like the end of the bench until they maybe either they go through a couple more losses where it's like I'm forced to make you play, or it's like, okay, we're playing so well that we're blowing teams out, so we're going to give you minutes. So I look at him in the same light as Bull, but just that he's on the good side from Malone. Regardless, he's in the same spot.
But isn't that a huge difference, though, being on the good side? Because you're right. I do look at him the same way, too, in that he's got to, Malone's going to always slow play it, except for the difference is Malone clearly loves one and clearly has not connected with the other.
I mean, it does go a long way as far as he feels more inclined. Like, if there's a guy that, things are not going well, who do I put in? That's the first idea that you go with. But right now, they haven't had that, so there's no reason to play him right now. Plus, I just think that right now and it's not even being stubborn. I think he's just so stuck in his ways as a coach of we're going to just stick with what we've been having. We have guys that have earned it.
Right.
We're going to stick with that until it does not work anymore, until we're forced to do it. Yes. But it is great to see him always talk about Bones, no matter what. He brings him up without anyone else saying it. But also, it's clearly on his mind for him to talk about it.
He said explicitly the other day, he was like, look, I play veterans. I go with guys that have helped us win before. And he listed them, and he named them. So it's sort of a weird thing to reconcile, but both things can be true for Malone.
Yeah, but, that kind of is the definition of stubborn.
Of what?
Where you just hold on to a principle regardless of other outside information.
Sure.
The thing is I feel like Malone looks at each essentially news cycle for a rotation. Like he'll give it a week. He'll give it 4-ish games to see.
He doesn't knee-jerk react.
He doesn't at all.
That's right.
So but I feel like it's always about this long before then he's like, all right, fine, that ain't working. We got to shuffle it up. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's funny that we're talking about Bones and we're not talking about Zeke Naji or some of these other players coming in to try and shake things up. It really only feels like it's coming down to Bones. But we've had bad guard play. We've had bad guard play.
It's that. But here's the other thing. Nobody really has the confidence that Zeke is going to save a lineup, and this is what I'm a little bit concerned about. If Bones does play tonight, I've long said Bones. Imagine being a rookie, as good as he might be, and tasked with, hey, save us.
Right.
The Nuggets. We really need you to save us. I don't think that's fair. So I've said this before, but I hope Malone finds ways to stagger better and play Bones. Do a little bit of both. But don't put Bones out there with the other 4 guys and say, hey, man, try to win these minutes for us.
I think he's been reluctant to put him in that very position. I do think that's part of it.
Eric, is this an important game? So the Nuggets lost 2 in a row. They've got a back-to-back tomorrow. Dallas is on a back-to-back. It's a Friday night home game. Would you consider this one an important one? They need to get it?
So I guess there's a couple of factors at play. Do we need to get people interested in the Denver Nuggets? Yes, winning on a Friday night when people are paying attention, that's important.
Okay.
Does this have bearing on the actual outcome for the Denver Nuggets? No, by all means it does not. We started off even slower last year. We had multiple losses to the Sacramento Kings. It seemed like we were never going to figure it out, and then we were fine. So, but it's just you want to get people, and especially the Denver earmuffs, fickle fans of Denver, Colorado, to be
ski season is almost here. They definitely
you need to show them that this is something worth their while and worth their attention. And so, when the lights are bright, performing, it's important.
Okay, I kind of think it is. I think it is also just for momentum's sake. I've brought this up a few times, but I really feel like Denver has made some drastic. There's domino effects that happen, and Denver getting off to that slow start last year. Michael Porter getting into the protocols that affected the regular season last year for months, and I just think Denver, get out ahead, build a little bit of equity here so that you don't have some kind of pressure hanging over your head.
And by pressure, it's, hey, Jokic, can you drag us to a 3
Can you play an extra 2 minutes?
And Barton too, right?
Yeah.
by the way, if Porter doesn't get it together, who do you think is going to have to stagger with the bench? All of a sudden, it's 35-minute-a-game Barton again.
Yeah.
So
let's move on, guys. Let's keep this show moving because we're a week and a half through the season. We're 10 games in. I got to say, I am pleasantly surprised, although I still have my guard up, pleasantly surprised at how much the NBA has implemented these new rules, which the new rules are basically stop calling what we all agree and know intuitively to be BS foul calls when guys do some dumb things. I have a highlight reel from the first week, or I should say,
light.
super producer Kale has it. No, it's a highlight because it's guys not getting bailed out here. Kale, go ahead and roll that beautiful. A lot of James Harden in here who's having a terrible season. Let me grab the arm and shoot this. And
I love it.
How come nobody called a foul on that one? What about this one here? Up, grab his arm, bump. Where are we at? Nope, that way. I love this stuff. Look at that. Look at how upset Harden is, too. Having a horrible year.
I like this one because he yells, call the foul.
Call the foul. He's so upset. Lots of Harden here. Bump, shoot, guys, what are we doing? Oh, how about this? Run in front, fall down. Offensive foul. I love this one.
This is like when
this one's just funny.
This one's just Chris Paul like being an idiot. Like,
this is like when you watch like a scary scene from a movie with no music and it's just like people walking. Like watching what it looks like when these guys would normally draw fouls to like see what it actually looks like when that you're like they flail like that. You're like, oh wow, they look absurd.
Oh, like you guys ever seen the like Friends without the laugh track video? And it's like weird.
Without the whistle call, it's like it's like a sitcom without a laugh track for James Harden. He's just like, we're like, what are you doing, dude?
It's so. This is honestly, Eric, one of your better points ever because that's exactly what it is. You watch these and you're like, of course that's not a foul. Like you watch it and it feels normal.
And who, even if it were by some like letter, who wants those fouls to be
nobody
called? And by the way, that should matter in the direction a game for entertainment goes.
I love how upset everyone's getting. Like Trae Young called out the refs and things like that.
Yes.
You knew that it was coming before time, and you're still playing that way because you didn't think that it was going to actually happen. It's like I didn't think there was going to be a real consequence. Now that it's actually happening, what am I supposed to do then? It's like play basketball the same, like the right way.
Literally everyone else is.
Play real basketball instead of just trying to trick the ref or, like play in that type of way. So I love the fact that they're stern about it. They're strict with it. I was watching the Brooklyn game before this. He got to the free throw line a lot, but they also let a whole lot go.
Right.
And he's just like, now he's really trying to guess because he's like, okay, I can do those type of plays, but also sometimes they're not going to call it. So maybe I should slow down on doing those type of plays because it's going to put me subject to getting hit a lot more and just mauled the entire time.
Is it the NBA? Remember when they tried to like fine players for flopping? I guess they still do, but like it has to be such an egregious flop for you to get fined. Like we all know there's more than this. This is why I like it can't be a fine post game.
Yeah, it
has to be just don't call the foul or call it an offensive foul. It's that simple, and then guys will stop doing it.
It's so much better than the players like losing $1,000.
Oh, somehow, Ping! Yeah, like they don't even notice. Trae Young, by the way, he says, I don't want to get fined too much, but it's frustrating. There's a lot of missed calls. It's basketball. It feels like they're learning, and they're just, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Dude,
I love that quote.
I had to pick like a litmus test for is this rule working? Game 5, Trae Young's upset. Perfect.
Yeah, James Harden.
Perfect.
James Harden looks like a literal clown out there.
By the way,
no. To that point, it says I saw James said it's about him, but it's not targeting just one player or two players. It's like yes,
that is
your point. The guys that are upset about it, Trae and James Harden, like Chris Paul, we saw try to do it. Yes, it wasn't one player, and it actually was for everyone. But there are 4 or 5 players that do it a little bit more than everybody else, and guess what? They're all pissed about it.
And look, these all of those players, great, phenomenal, all-world talents.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't want to hate on you. Let me watch you play. Trae Young, good enough. James Harden, good enough.
Right.
You don't have to foul hunt.
I feel exactly the same way, except for that I'm rooting against them at all turns.
Sure.
I want them to fail. The fact that they are failing makes my enjoyment higher, and I hope that they never figure it out.
Dude, I honestly think it's so rare for a sports league to have a big change that is universally beloved, right? Like everything these days is polarizing. Everybody loves this one. Everybody loves it, and they're like you, Eric. They take an extra pleasure in these guys being frustrated. But I will point out, Damian Lillard's off to a horrendous start. James Harden's off to a horrendous start. Even Devin Booker is off to a bad start. Maybe that's not connected to Devin Booker. I don't know. Trae Young has gotten to the line half as much as he usually does.
Oh, that sucks.
Like it is, but it is interesting. I said coming into the season, it was one of the things I was most curious about. Who's affected the most in a negative way? Who's the most affected in a positive way? And it's early. It's very early. We're starting to see some early returns though. Any other thoughts on it?
Well, there was one comment in there that said everyone's getting called like Jokic. I was laughing about this today making breakfast. I was like, we used to want Jokic to get all those calls, but then I would also hate Jokic's bad faith. Let's go the other direction. Yeah. Welcome to the darkness where Jokic was born in, molded by. Like, who's going to thrive in a fouls are down?
In a foulest universe.
Yeah.
Whomst amongst us will rise?
That's our answer, baby.
Yeah, the guy that doesn't get, like literally, his job is just to be chopped at like a tree at all times. And
his arms are bleeding.
Yeah, just till his arms are literally bleeding. Like, Jokic's arms are already starting to turn red. It's like 4 games in the season. We're already seeing the callousing of Jokic begin.
I can't wait. Let's move on to our third segment here, which is Jokic, Bones, or MPJ. A real Sophie's choice here.
What?
But no, because I was thinking about this tonight when Michael Porter's off to the slow start. We don't know if Bones is going to play, and we didn't know if Jokic was going to play. And I was sitting here thinking, like, what am I most excited about tonight? Like, what am I most... And I'll tell you, sometimes you have to go through a thing, and it has to happen before you know. I now know. Jokic's playing.
It's that.
It's Jokic.
It's not even close. Like, just to... First off, Nuggets Nation or whoever, everybody was afraid of that. Like, just to see if he was going to spend some time out.
Right.
If he was going to, anything. But for
him
to
ruin my whole weekend if he missed Friday, Saturday. Exactly. I swear to God, it was going to ruin my whole weekend.
So for him to just go right back, the next game, and then the comments of he could have played like last game as well. First off, it makes you feel safe. So everybody,
I feel so safe.
I do. I feel
everybody
very safe. I put this.
They lost last game, and nobody cares because you're just like, yo, we dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, we dodged the bullet.
But for him to come back and be in the starting lineup, and if he plays well, all is well with the Nuggets again. Everything is happiness again. It doesn't matter if they lose the game. You're just so happy that he's back to being himself, and there's still hope. So it's not even close. It's Jokic.
Part of this is that the last time we saw him play basketball, he played the best basketball possible.
I'm telling you guys.
At least on one
he missed a shot, bro. He missed one shot.
I guess his defense could have been better too. But offensively,
he missed a fall away jumper on the baseline with double spin.
He could do better.
So, and look, the knee contusion. I hope he's not playing through too much pain. Here's the thing, though. I remember in that Clippers series, I want to say it was Game 2. No one remembers this. Playoff series, Jokic goes on the injury report with a sprained shooting wrist. He plays so well the next game, they just take him off the injury report. That's not how sprains work. His wrist was still sprained. They're just like, F it, doesn't matter, he's fine. His shooting wrist.
Yeah, they just change the list to acknowledged injury report. Whether or not the player acknowledges it. Yeah, man, I love LOL at us, by the way. We're like, man, we got to make sure Jokic takes time off.
That's so true.
He gets hurt. We're like, he's got to play. One game off. We're like, I can't watch this team if he's not part of it.
Is it not true? We watched one half, and it was terrible. It was miserable.
Oh, it's so true. But it is hilarious to talk about it in the abstract. We're like, he should miss 10 games, no back-to-backs. One timeout where it panicking. Yeah, of course it's Jokic. my God, he was so incredible last time. Obviously I want to see Bones. MPJ, Michael. I don't know what's going on with Michael. I want to see Michael have a breakout. I want to see him return to form.
You asked is this an important game. I think it's an important game for Michael. They all are at this point until he sees himself knock some threes down. This is really
for who?
Michael Porter. Talking about Michael Porter Jr., right?
Yeah, until he makes a shot, he's Michael.
We were talking about
our theory that you only use somebody's full name when you are upset with them. Or we're all just calling him Michael Porter.
You only use nicknames when you feel affection towards whatever it is.
I'm like, who the hell is Michael?
Honest to God, I'd never call him Nikola Jokic unless I'm speaking to someone that might not know about him. He's Joker, Jokic,
Jokic.
Nikola even, but never. Nikola Jokic.
But it's like, we're not like, man, I hope MPJ has a good little game. We're like, Michael needs to figure it out.
By the way,
bad.
apparently we jinxed the shit out of it. Harden's got 14 free throw attempts tonight.
Oh, come on. This is my fear that the NBA was good.
I said today he like got to it, but there was a lot that they let go also in that game.
Okay.
I do wonder, though, sometimes if we're going back here, we don't have to. But, sometimes we're instigating these new rules for a week, and then we're back to them. But anyway, sticking on this. All right, so Michael Porter, Bones Hyland, for you personally, Dev, tonight, one of those guys gets an A grade tonight. Who would you pick for it to be?
The guy that plays more. The guy that is in the rotation.
Smart.
The guy that the guy that they need to play well for them to win games. Like, we've seen them without Bones, and they've played really well. Right now, they don't have Jamal Murray, so they have to have MPJ get off to a good start, or just to find himself, who he is as a player, and as a scorer. Bones has a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, so it's going to come. It'll be fun to see him, just because I think that changes, things to that second unit, but it doesn't answer the Nuggets' identity. I feel like when MPJ is playing well, that is like the Nuggets' identity right now, because they don't have their second best player. So he has to become that. And right now you have a question of who is their second best player, and that's a scary sight to see. So if he could get back to that, all is well with the Nuggets again.
It's true.
It's true. You all right?
Yeah.
Adam lost his keys.
No, I lost my phone.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Phone mo.
Well, I was going to
Phone
take a
corner.
picture of Kale at the moment. So, all right, let's go to the betting segment. Everybody open up DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook.
I'm going to open it on
except
your
for
phone
me.
that I stole.
Is that what it is?
No.
Oh,
He said, "Is
all
that
right,
what it
Superstar
is?"
Dev, take it away, because I got to make some bets.
So the big thing is, so this morning when there was no question about if Jokic was gonna actually play or
If
not,
anybody wants to see what an addict looks like.
yeah, that's like
Where is it?
that's me in the bed when I wake up and I can't find my phone, and I'm like,
You're like, where
what the
is it?
hell happened to it? And
Oh,
I'm like,
hey.
hot take alert.
Hey,
Sirens on cold fast.
let's go, baby!
Hey, we got this,
We're
baby.
winning this one!
Hey,
We're winning
this.
this
Let's
one!
go.
What a great sign.
So when I woke up and I just looked at the lines this morning, it was the Nuggets favored by 1.
Ooh.
Just because they had no idea if Jokic was going to play or not.
Yeah.
Now with him being questionable, it moved up to 3.5.
Okay.
Now that he's in the lineup, it is at 4. Nuggets are favored by
Wow.
4. It's the second night of a back-to-back for Dallas. They had a very, very tough game last night where Luka didn't even have, a monster game or anything like that. Now he goes to the Mile High City on the second night of a back-to-back. Jokic is back. I like the Nuggets odds. Do I like it enough to lay 4? That's not me. So what do you guys like in that regard?
This is every night you're like, what do you guys think of spreads? And we're like, we don't like spreads. And then we go into the next thing.
Yeah, but somebody might like something one night. Like people have.
What I
likes
like,
it.
you know what? I've been waiting because we have this, like, if the Nuggets, you bet $100, the Nuggets win that game, then you get you get a $20 just for making the bet. Tonight might be the night. They're suckering me into this big bet, but I'm doing it.
What are you betting on? The
$100
spread?
for the Nuggets to win. No,
Oh, just to win money line?
Because then you get a $20 bonus just for making the bet. I'm
All right.
taking it.
So
taking
just
it
taking
tonight.
a look. So this is a night that is a Dev type of night. There
an
are
L?
no Nuggets players.
Oh,
you have no
still?
Nuggets players. The weird thing is they only have PJ Dozier. Points, rebounds, and assists is literally the only
That's
thing.
the only one. What is it? Let's
the
go.
only
Let's
thing.
get in on
it's
this.
12.5.
Points, rebounds, and assists. It's TJ Dozier, 12.5.
I'm not going to bet that. I mean, I
Okay.
think it's a good line. I really do. So you just kind of have to guess of,
Can you
of
ever
what
think
it's going to
Dev
be.
doesn't like the Nuggets? Does that thought ever crossed your mind?
Never crossed my mind.
All
Never. So now you have to take a look at the Mavericks lines.
Okay.
That's why I specialize.
You're such
The
a,
thing that-
saying.
you are the worst.
You're a traitor.
Rascally little devil.
You are the worst.
That's why I'm not doing well. I'm not in my element.
All right.
I was in my element.
All right, tell us what you
This is
got.
where I can actually
Betting on the other teams. I mean,
You guys got me betting on the Nuggets. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do there?
We're sorry, bro.
So a thing that stands out for me, one that I really, really, really like is Jalen Brunson. Like, I just feel like with the second unit, as far as them having as many issues that they have, he's a guy that can go off. Like at any
Facu versus
point.
Jalen Brunson, though? Brunson, Facu might have a height advantage.
Maybe. But there's one guy scores, and the other guy does not. And one guy tries
All
to
right.
score. He plays 30 minutes. He's technically a starter, especially when They need another scorer. I really am not big on this Mavericks team. It actually shocks me that Luka carries them in the ways that he does, because when I look at that roster, I'm not impressed at all. I would not want any other guy besides Luka on the Nuggets roster, besides Brunson.
You know what I just realized?
What did you realize?
Is this the first time we get to see Aaron Gordon and Luka Doncic?
Yes.
Holy smokes. I didn't realize how excited I was for
Yes.
this.
So before we get to that, my lock is Jalen Brunson over points, rebounds, and assists.
Wow, you always
And
do
it's
that.
plus money.
How fun. All
It's a
right,
this
sweet.
freaking
Here we
lock.
go.
I can't wait to root for that.
What did you guys
Can't
do?
wait, man. I'm
It was
in.
only PJ Dozier.
Points, rebounds, and assists. Here I go. I'm putting a unit on it.
I would
Can't
put
wait.
5 units on it.
You're going to put 5 units on it.
Dude,
Wow.
I'm building a parlay. You want to hear my parlay?
Yeah, I
Yes,
want to hear
please.
it.
Nuggets money line.
Okay.
Aaron Gordon 1 plus 3-point made.
One plus.
He only has to make one.
All right.
And then I'm gonna fade Luka points.
Because you think Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
He might. All right.
It is really high, though. Luka's points are at 28.5.
I'm gonna
Really?
fade his points.
28.5. Let's fade it. Let's all fade it together.
Well, then in that case, though, no Porzingis tonight. Tim Hardaway Jr., 21.5 for points, rebounds, assists total tonight. Is that a sneaky good bet, taking the over on him if Luka's having a down night, no second option in KP? Does Tim Hardaway get a lot of shots up?
Well, that's where I think that it comes into Jalen Brunson. I do like Tim Hardaway. I feel like he just tries to go off on the Nuggets every single year.
Yeah.
Like that's a
good player.
matchup that he feels confident in for whatever reason. So I do like that. I do like that.
So what about this one? You get a bonus, a 20% bonus on first player to score.
Man, this is a sucker bet. Who's
It's
gonna win
fun,
the Who's
though.
gonna win the
I would
tip?
go with Jokic.
Who's gonna win the tip?
He's gonna show that he's back. Like
think it's
I'm still here.
But who's-
Also, it's a nationally televised game.
Who's gonna
so
win the tip?
everybody
Is it
can
him
watch.
versus Boban?
It's him versus Dwight Powell, I would guess. Boban's out
Will he be able to win the tip?
against Dwight Powell.
Okay, if he wins
Dwight
the tip,
Powell's athletic, man.
if he wins the tip, then I like Jokic's opportunity. To
They
be the
don't.
first
They don't
player
have
to score.
Jokic.
Yeah, they don't have it.
They got Monte, Barton, Porter, and Aaron Gordon.
All right, who wants to talk?
That's a stay away from old Eric.
Stay away, huh? Well, I'm doing it. I'm
How
doing
much
it.
do we think Jokic plays tonight?
They're
That's
running
like
a play
the
for
idea.
Michael Porter. This is. They're just trying to get him going, guys. I'm telling you.
They've been doing that. They have absolutely been doing that. Like
We're getting
just-
Michael Porter tonight. First play. It's like you bet $5, you get $40 or so. It's like a great bet. Let's do it. I'm in. I'm in, baby.
Whoa, smoke!
I'm
Holy
in big
cow.
on the Nuggets tonight. It's gonna be a
I
down. I'm
know.
gonna have to get some Rocky after the game if they don't.
Oh, it's a
win.
Friday night.
It is a Friday.
Winners Lounge. I'm
Guys,
calling it right now.
the bar's popping. We hope your guys' vibes are up. Our vibes are up. I can't wait for it. Yoke's back.
Oh,
Bones
let's
is in
go,
the house.
baby.
Michael Porter's gonna shake off the rust a little. We'll see everybody right here after the game.